Nuzleaf is back in Pokemon Go, and now you can battle it in Shadow Raids. As you can see right here, Nuzleaf is a Tier 3 raid boss that is over 9,000 total combat power. Now, Nuzleaf is, of course, both a dark and grass type Pokemon, and normally fighting types would be great against a dark type, but since it is also grass, fighting types won't do nearly as much. So you're going to want to focus on the weaknesses that it has as a grass type. Those, of course, are going to be your flying type Pokemon, so Mega Pidgeot would be great. Of course, you're looking at Braviary, Honchkrow, Shadow Honchkrow with double flying moves is an excellent counter. And you can also look at the fire type Pokemon. Now, personally, I recommend using fire types. We have Fusion Flare Reshiram is incredible. Mega Charizard Y, of course, with Blast Burn is going to be one of the best overall counters. You can also look at Flareon, you can look at Arcanine, you can look at Typhlosion or regular Charizard also with Blast Burn. There are lots of great options, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into the raid and show you just how easy or difficult it is to solo the Shadow Nuzleaf Tier 3 raid boss in Pokemon Go. Editing Jeff here. I was getting everything ready to upload the Shadow Nuzleaf raid guide for the solo attempt. And I noticed that when I'm listing off all the counters of what to use and what not to use, we're talking about Moltres and all that, and Mega Charizard, I did not mention what might be some of the best counters. Those are going to be Bug-type Pokemon. Nuzleaf is a Dark and a Grass type. Both of those are weak to Bug. So if you want to do even more damage than your Mega Charizard and your Reshiram and your Moltres and your Mega Pidgeot, you need to go in with Bug-type Pokemon. Those Bug types are, of course, going to be Mega Heracross with Bug moves. You're going to want Mega Scizor, Mega Pinsir. And if you don't have those or you don't have them powered up enough, a regular Scizor will still do pretty good. You can, of course, also go with Yanmega. If you have the right moves on it, you're going to want moves like Scizor, moves like Mega Horn that are going to give you the Bug type damage and the same type attack bonus when you're using them. So, go in with Bug types if you have them, and if not, the Fire types and the Flying types are still going to be great counters. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump back into the Shadow Nuzleaf raid solo attempt right here. Now I'm going to swipe over, and right here is the team that I've got set up. It starts with a 98% nearly maxed out Reshiram with the signature move Fusion Flare. We then have 1, 2, 3 Moltres. Moltres, of course, one of the best fire types in the game, and depending on what moveset you use with it, it can also be one of the best flying types. Personally, I go double fire. I love using them as bulky, super strong fire types. If you'd rather run them as a flying type Pokemon, as a traditional bird, it does exceptionally well in that category as well. Then, of course, there is the Mega Charizard. As soon as we go ahead and Mega, yes, there we go. Adding Mega Charizard to the team, boosting the overall of that Pokemon. It's going to do so much better than so many of these others. You see it right there at over 5,000. One of the strongest Pokemon in the game. And then rounding out the team, there is another Reshiram. Now, you should be able to solo this with, I would say, pretty strong counters. If you're level 40, maybe a level 45, 46, up to 50, and you've put some power, you put some Stardust, some candies, maybe some XL candies into your team, you should be good. This, I believe, is going to be probably the easiest of the three. We'll, of course, have to test out Vibrava very soon and see how it is against ice types like Mamoswine. But 10, 9, 8, 7, we're about to jump into this raid and see if we can solo Shadow Nuzleaf in Pokemon Go. And, of course, I love the beautiful background here. It's a beautiful campus, a great overall day, a little warm, and here we go. Now, if you go in with fire types like Mega Charizard, like Reshiram, you're going to want to do it in sunny weather to get the bonus. That's going to increase your damage, but be careful because that will also boost the Nuzleaf. Now you see Nuzleaf is going down super quick. This is not a bulky Pokemon by any means. It is enraged there, so it's going to be a little better on the defensive side. But it looks like we're just going to be able to take this thing out with 1, maybe 2 Pokemon. Now, if you want to use flying types, let's say your Shadow Honchkrow, Mega Pidgeot, those sort of Pokemon, you're going to want to do that in windy weather to get the damage bonus on those powerful moves like Brave Bird and Hurricane. And you can see right there, the Reshiram finally goes down, and in comes the Moltres. This is one of my Hundo Moltres, one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's putting in some serious work against the Shadow Nuzleaf. Now, I am going to switch to the Mega Charizard just for fun, just to add a little bit of extra power here, a little bit of extra damage. Now, if you want to take this out faster, of course you can use your Purified Gems. It'll help with the Pokemon when it becomes enraged, when its defense raises, when you do a little bit less damage. But for this video, we're not going to be worrying about the Purified Gems. We're just going to go straight damage all the way and see if we can solo without using any Purified Gems, because of course you're going to want to save those for more powerful Pokemon like Shadow Legendaries if you and maybe a few friends team up and decide to go out and raid those. And it looks like we're getting really close here at about the 70-second point. This should be another relatively easy solo with these stronger Pokemon. Let's go ahead and see just how much damage Sky Attack does. And you can see right there, it does a pretty good bit of damage. Sky Attack, Wing Attack is going to be the ideal moves if you're using a Moltres. This is, of course, the Shundo, by far one of my most exciting Pokemon. And we're just going to keep going over and over and over with that Sky Attack, and we should be able to beat this raid boss before too long. And there it goes at right around 30 seconds. Shadow Nuzleaf defeated solo in Pokemon Go. That's how to do it. That's how to beat it. Bring your fire types. Bring your flying types. Get ready for a battle. Now, let's go ahead and catch it. Add it to the team. See how the stats are. And then wrap up this video. 2 rare candies there. Always nice. 5,000 XP. And again, final strike. I also got this on the solo Manectric that I did earlier today. And you can see Nuzleaf right there, 657 overall. Just going to go ahead and hit it with a Golden Raspberry. See if we can get that excellent throw, and if not, we'll just throw whatever we get. And looks like it's going to dodge that one. That's okay. We're just going to take a nice throw, not worried about it. Probably could have waited a couple seconds, hit that excellent throw, but I'm not concerned with it. And boom, there we go. Nuzleaf caught. And the stats on it are 2-star, so decent but not great. That's okay. But that is how you're going to solo Shadow Nuzleaf raids, the Tier 3 raid boss in Pokemon Go. Of course, if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you tried to solo one of these, let me know, how did it go? Did you go fire with Reshiram with Charizard? Did you instead try to go with flying types? Maybe bring Mega Pidgeot into the battle. I've got one more Shadow Raid guide that I'm going to try to get out very soon. I've got to find a Shadow Vibrava. So thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next Pokemon Go video.